Crime is a show where I, Rich Slaton, read a true story about lawbreakers.
With one of his sexiest, studliest friends, Jon Shefsky.
You add more adjectives every time we do this.
That's part of the fun, is kind of changing adjectives.
I see that.
That's what I like in life.
I see that.
You know, I'll say it on my gravestone. He
Okay,
changed a lot
play
of
the
adjectives.
music.
Okay, music.
Crime is the show that starts now.
Oh, like right now?
Oh, yeah, do your line.
Okay. Each week, Rich reads a real crime story. I don't know a word that rhymes with story.
And my homie Jon always has the hot riff. He really loves it when you send...
Don't send anything to me. Don't you dare.
Crimepodcast@gmail.com.
Don't you send
Label
anything.
it Jon Shefsky. He loves them. Make sure the lighting's really good.
Okay.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Welcome.
We got a fantastic episode. Today we're joined by our very funny friend, Mr. Jeremiah Watkins!
Hey! I feel like I need another guy with me since you guys are going in unison right now.
No, there's plenty of guys in here.
Plenty of dudes
There's
in here.
plenty of dudes
Plenty
in
of
this room.
dudes, bro.
Yeah.
You guys might know Jeremiah as one of the three either most beloved or most hated people from Comedy Central's Roast Battle.
That's
The
funny.
Wave.
It depends if it's social media or real life.
That's so funny that anyone would hate that. It's such a natural reaction to comedy is to move around and do something silly after someone does a riff when you're in a group.
Yeah.
Who sees that and goes, that's wrong. That's what all healthy riffs are when a group's there.
I think that the people who get upset are like, I tuned in to just see two guys or two gals just slinging jokes at each other, and that's it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think it's one of those genius things that'll get like, I was talking to Moses about this. It might take a little bit for a few people to come around.
yeah, we're literally 50-50 on social media, but we have whenever we go out as a group or whatever and people see us or we do the shows here, we always get amazing feedback.
It's a huge part of the flavor of taking and having something modern that you've also put like a vaudeville, like a little saucy vaudeville thing in there.
Lots of nude men body. That's also pretty rad.
Yeah, we do a lot of that. Yeah,
A lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
You can keep your clothes on.
Today's story is sourced from John Wertheim's piece for Sports Illustrated and Sean Assel's work for ESPN. And
Sean
of course,
Asshole's work for ESPN.
Assail maybe is how you pronounce his last
That's
name?
a great name for it.
Sean Asshole.
Let's
go
call
with
Sean
that.
Asshole.
Sean
Hello,
Asshole.
Sean Asshole. Pleasure to meet you. God damn, he stinks.
And, of course, the evil robots at Wikipedia.
Evil robots.
Lightning Lee Murray was born on November 12th, 1977 in southeast London to his mother, Barbara Murray, a hairdresser, and his father, Brahim Lamrani, a kitchen hand from Morocco who she met on vacation.
He was a kitchen hand from Morocco. She met him when she was on vacation. And then they got married and they had a kid. And
They didn't get married yet.
Go on with
Lots
the
of
story.
assumptions.
Okay, continue the story.
She first raised Lee on her own in a public housing neighborhood called Abbey Wood, which is known for producing hardened criminals.
A single mother from Morocco, raising a kid alone, looking for a dad-father figure or someone to bone.
Oh, whoa, she's horny. She's a mom. She's horny.
That's it. He's from Morocco.
He is from Morocco.
She's from South London.
She is from South London.
It's a typical cliche story. Every South London girl loves a Moroccan dangerous boy. All right.
In 1984, Barbara and Brahim were married, and he joined them in London, but Dad's arrival didn't make for much of an improvement. Brahim was domineering and abusive, and he demanded a level of respect that Lee was not ready to give. Lee and his once absentee father clashed regularly. Unhappy at home, Lee turned to his neighborhood of Buttmarsh to create a new family.
Butt marsh?
Butt
Yeah.
marsh?
That's what we call it when you have we call it either swamp ass or butt marsh.
Yeah.
So that's where they lived.
Yeah, that's where he's from as a human.
I work my fucking fingers to the bone to pay for an apartment so you could go to the district in Buttmarsh.
Buttmarsh.
The school district's really good there.
He joined up with other kids from local housing projects in a group that came to be known as the Buttmarsh Boys.
Yo, what gang you from, son? Yo, I'm from Buttmarsh.
Buttmarsh. I'm from Dick.
I'm one of the Buttmarsh boys.
Yo, you
son.
Buttmarsh? I'm from the Dick Sweat crew.
I like how you ran with the dick sweat right there because I was like, okay, we got to have a rival gang. They got to be from something other than the butt, but also equally as dank.
And that's a nasty sweat.
Buttmarsh Boys. I mean, I feel like that kind of does rival, the all Negro wave. You could have been the Buttmarsh Boys, right?
Right? Very close.
Oh, dude, I would have loved seeing the.
That's our southern
We
counterpart.
might need to form the Buttmarsh Boys so that they can come out and have a little battle with you guys. That's what they need.
Hi, we're the Moist Tank Girls, and we're an all-female gang.
That sounds hot, dude.
Yeah.
The Moist Taint Girls.
Moist Tank Girls.
All female gang.
All female.
They have beards though, so they sound hotter than they are.
Yeah.
At first, They were a fairly normal group of young lads from the streets, playing soccer and getting into some occasional mischief. Every once in a while, they'd have a dust-up with kids from a neighboring area over territory, but nothing serious.
Stay off the butt marsh territory.
Stay off my side of the marsh.
That's my zone right there. You see that line? That's butt marsh territory.
Yo, that kid's tagging a sweaty dick. Get him!
That's right.
I like how you said territory.
Territory, right?
Territory. As the boys got older, the game began to change.
Oh, as it always does.
The fights
But
became...
the players are the same!
That's true.
It's a MacGruber reference. Go on.
MacGruber. The fights became more dangerous, and Lee Murray discovered a talent for violence.
So this is the kid of an English lady, a Moroccan dad that was kind of strict, and a bunch of weird named things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
All right.
The older Lee got, the more he stood up to his father until one day he had enough. During an argument in front of the house, Brahim reached back to strike his son, but Lee struck first, knocking his father out cold with one punch.
Yeah, you gonna mess with me, Dad? You gonna mess with the butt marsh boys? Huh?
Soon after, Brahim moved away, and Lee was back to being the man of the house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, his dad moved out? He's like, shit,
Mhm.
I won't come around
His
here
dad
anymore.
moved out after he got socked in the face
Yeah.
by his son?
His dad was like, yeah, no.
Oh, so this is the respect me coming back into your life, son. You're just going to pop me right in the face.
But his dad's not a cool dude either.
His dad
though.
was a piece of shit.
But was his son big and buff? Like,
Well,
if your dad's
at
a
this
piece
point,
of shit,
at
usually...
this point, his son is still pretty wiry,
Okay.
but he will be.
He rolls with the gang, so the dad's kind of scared. He's like, oh.
Well, also he can punch hard, which
Yeah.
is kind of an important part of this story as it develops.
Oh, nice.
He's a
Come
very hard puncher.
so sit back and listen, Shefsky.
Yeah,
Just relax.
Just relax.
on. But what happens next?
Lee began to attend Eagles Field's boys' school, where he met Paul Allen, the man who would become his best friend, and so much more. Lee and Paul weren't great students, but they had a talent for living outside the law. The Buttmarsh boys soon escalated from local brawlers.
I feel like you pick stories not based on the crimes, but based on the places where people are from and their last name.
Gregor McGregor!
Yeah, McGregor from the clan, McGregor.
Yeah, he definitely saw the Wikipedia article, Butt Marsh Boys, and he's like, well, that's
Yeah.
done,
Well,
we're done with the
yeah.
research. We're doing
selected
that
an
for Jeremiah's episode.
I've selected
Perfect.
an episode.
Yep, got it.
To be fair, there are two different sources. I used a bunch of different sources for this article, but some of them called the group the Buttmarsh Boys, and some of them called them the Barnfield Boys, depending on which source I went to.
Yeah.
Huh.
And what I figured was the ones that said Barnfield seemed like they might have been more authorized and had gotten better interviews from Lee Murray and crew.
Yeah.
So it seemed like maybe they changed Buttmarsh to Barnfield.
Yeah.
So I went with Buttmarsh.
Or maybe Buttmarsh was like the butt munch, you know what I mean? Like it's like the name you would call someone to agitate them. But they're
Someone,
like,
someone was just like, yeah, no, they were the Buttmarsh Boys.
and the guys in the band are like, no, we're the Barnfield boys. Like, how dare you? They're like, what's up, Buttmarsh boys? Like, they keep calling us Buttmarsh.
It's the worst.
Right? Like they didn't name themselves.
I totally get it.
Okay.
Or it's like that thing whenever a host that doesn't know you at a comedy show is like, wow, what's your name? What's your credits real quick? Okay, great. Yeah, Barnfield Boys? Okay, yeah. All right, coming to the stage, everybody.
Yeah.
It's the Buttmarsh Boys.
And then they're shaking their head
And
as
they're
you're walking
Dang
down.
it. And then you have to decide, they had to decide really quick on stage if they were going to correct them, like, and that be the first thing that you say to the audience, or you just say, we're actually the Barnfield Boys at the very end of the set. Thank you, good night, you know.
But I'm changing my name to Buttmarsh because it's really fun.
Wait, I just killed with that Buttmarsh name.
Oh my god, I'm gonna start telling hosts that's my name.
The Buttmarsh Boys soon...
I like when Rich doesn't like a riff and he's like, back to the story.
No,
it's not that he doesn't like a riff. My client, I'll speak for you, Rich.
Oh, thank you.
My client, it's not that he doesn't like the riff.
It's not my client.
That's just, that's when he decides it's time to jump back in. And I like his robust style.
No, it's good.
Good. Let's get back on that Buttmarsh.
Let's get back to the Buttmarsh Boys.
The Buttmarsh Boys soon escalated from local brawlers to a central part of the neighborhood drug scene, pushing out the Nigerian drug dealers and taking over the trade for themselves. Unsurprisingly, Murray was expelled from Eagles Field and enrolled at another school, but that didn't take either. Despite his troubles in school, Murray loved to read. He was obsessed with stories of American mobsters, especially John Gotti.
This is like an example of when like reading's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, no, I meant like read like a book about like being nice or like, like checking out nature or something. Reading John Gotti's biography.
Isn't there a rap song right now about John Gotti?
Probably.
John Gotti, like I'm John Gotti. No? You guys haven't heard that?
That sounds like most rap songs right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd buy it.
Who sings it? I think it's Future. I don't know. Well, I'll look it up while you continue the story, Rich.
Lee and Paul joined forces with Mark the Beast Epstein, a local hard man and mixed martial arts fighter.
He's like a Jewish guy that's super tough.
There's a few of us.
Epstein? Yeah,
I was going to say, Rich is going to get defensive
I don't
because
know.
that's
He's wearing
him in a
an MMA
nutshell.
shirt.
That's
Yeah,
the basis of my identity.
That's true. No, I agree with that.
Viking Jew.
Viking Jew.
Together, they grew their drug trade quickly. They were good salesmen, but even better gangsters, becoming experts at maintaining control of their territory and making sure they were paid on time.
That's good.
Lee became known for randomly punching people in the street for the slightest perceived offense.
Oh, God. That's like the kind of guy that I would upset. I've got those kind of guys mad so many times in my life.
Oh, yeah.
You're just like walking around and then like they look at you on the sidewalk like, oh, hello. And like that pisses them off.
Hey!
They're like, whoa, dude, I didn't. Yeah.
Did you call me a fag?
Yeah. And they're like, hello. And they're like, what'd you say? I'm like, oh, nothing, dude. You're all good. Oh, you think I'm all good? Like, okay, I don't know what to say here. And I just start walking backwards. All
I'd
right.
like to avoid violence. No one avoids violence
Yeah.
from me, bitch.
No, I totally respect the butt munches, dude. Please. Please don't hurt me.
Just,
John Gotti is by Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates.
Rapper Kevin Gates.
Great rap name, Kevin Gates.
That's right. Also known in his circle as Young K-Dog.
Also an excellent accountant name
Mm-hmm.
and a fairly good kindergarten teacher name.
Yeah.
Kevin
And Bill
Gates.
Gates' little brother.
There we go.
That's right. Officer Gates. Daryl Gates. It's
Says
Kevin.
Murray about that time, quote, some people would say I was a bully, but a bully to me is someone that goes for easy targets and people who can't fight back. Me, I went for all targets.
Oh, geez. For a second, I thought, like, oh, okay, he's got a noble pursuit. He doesn't. What a jerk.
No.
He's going to say, like, I only go for people that really wronged me that can fight back. He's saying, no, I beat up everyone.
Everyone I see.
That's really weird.
I wish I had a better East London accent.
Oh, you missed the shots you don't take, so you know.
That's a really good point. You make a very good gangster's parent.
It's very sportsy of you.
Yeah.
Well, son, I know you're punching a lot of people right now, and I just want to say, you can't miss shots that you don't take. You know?
Can't miss shots.
You can't miss.
Dad, I'm
what?
trying really hard. I've punched so many people this week.
Well, there's always more, son.
I just want to make you happy and proud of me.
Son, come here.
You do me so good.
What are we doing? Why am I coming here?
It's called a hug. I've never given you one before.
What is this? It feels weird.
Yeah, it makes you want to punch me, right?
Yeah, it kind of does.
All right, punch me, son.
But I don't want to punch you.
Punch me in the
no,
face, son.
Dad, I don't want
You're
to
going
punch
to be
you.
a man.
Okay, here it goes.
You honor the butt munches.
Dad, are you dead?
He killed his dad with one hit.
Murray soon found himself in the Feltham Young Offenders Institution, one of many juvenile detention centers.
Feltham Young, huh?
Feltham Young. That's I didn't even catch that.
That's a real place.
Feltham, maybe? Feltham.
I like it better. Feltham Young.
Feltham Young.
Feltham Young sounds kind of weird for an all-boys prison.
That might
With
really
some real
explain
weird-
why he went down to the dark path later.
Yeah, there's some weird wardens there.
It's like a.
Hey, you've been having problems. We're going to send you to the Feltham Young Center. Excuse me?
And we also have another branch, the Feltham Young Irish Catholic
Yeah.
School Academy. Academy for Schools.
Run by the Catholic Church.
Run by the Catholic Church.
I sentence you to 5 weeks at the Touchdom Tiny Youth Intervention Center.
Oh, good Lord. It just got gross in here. Oh, let's get back to the butt munches.
Feltham was one of many juvenile detention centers that would hold him in his youth. After his release from Feltham, he took a new interest in fitness and began to hit the gym daily.
Oh, thank goodness, right? We need him stronger, more fit, ready to punch random grandmas as they cross the roads.
Lifting weights and pounding protein shakes.
What year is this in?
Lifting weights and
He was born in 1977, so this is
okay.
probably...
So this is totally protein shake era.
Yeah,
Okay.
right in that time period. When that wasn't enough, Lee turned to steroids and quickly bulked up.
Nice. I like his style.
By now, Paul Allen had joined back with his childhood chum, and they were having a blast. They worked out, sold drugs, took steroids, and intimidated anyone they wanted.
Sounds like everyone I went to junior high with.
Yeah, it sounds like the screenplay for Pain and Gain.
That's right.
They spent money lavishly, not the least bit worried about attracting attention. In particular, Murray had a taste for expensive cars, which he would use to cruise the neighborhood. Of course, they did attract attention from the police. Lee and Paul were regularly stopped and searched, but even an informant in the gang could not provide enough evidence to take them down. Murray was so confident, he began to bully the police, sometimes following them in his car. He was so scary, it's said that some officers stopped confronting him altogether.
But it's like, that's the kind of confidence that makes you successful in this world. You know what I mean? Like, we're putting it down, but you're like, he had something right.
Coffee is for closers.
Yeah. He's pushing forward, you know?
Right? No fear. No worry. He knows God's on his side.
He's one of those guys who wore the No Fear T-shirts.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
Actually, you're going to find out later in the story, he's the guy who invented that saying.
In 1998,
He has a little light he puts on the top of his Lamborghini and goes
Right.
behind the cop cars. Pull over! And the cops are like, what should we? Like, wait, what the guy in a black tank top keeps telling us to pull over. Probably has a lot of hair gel, too. I'm just imagining this kid. All right, go on.
In 1998, a turf war with rival dealers put Mark Epstein and much of the gang behind bars, leaving Murray in charge. At the same time, his girlfriend and high school sweetheart gave birth to his first child, a daughter. Maybe it was the pressure of leadership, or maybe a sense of responsibility from being a father, or maybe he really just loved hitting people. But in 1999, Lee Murray embarked on a new career as a professional mixed martial arts fighter.
Nice. So he's yeah.
We find out later at the end of the story, Rich is like, it was me, guys.
Yeah. And then when the doors locked, we're like, yeah.
I just start punching both of you.
Oh, my God. Yeah. With those guns, please don't.
8 years of friendship. This is the long con. This was so strange.
You're a kinky, evil man.
Kinky.
Really kinky.
Lee had his first fight on December 5th, 1999 at an event called Millennium Brawl. He knocked the guy out in the first round, earning the nickname Lightning. It was immediately clear that Murray was a special kind of fighter, and he knew it. For the first time, he was good at something that wasn't technically criminal. When he set his sights, with his sights set on a career in a little-known company called the Ultimate Fighting Championship, Lee moved to Bettendorf, Iowa to train with one of the best coaches in the business, Pat Miletich. The Battle Box, as Miletich called his gym, was known as a home for the modern-day Spartan warrior, where the most dangerous men in the world helped each other. I can't get this. Helped each other
UFC.
become more dangerous. Lee fit right in.
Just take that one from the beginning. You can cut it out.
No.
Okay.
Realism here.
Oh, okay.
Lee's time in Iowa might be, ironically enough, the most peaceful period of his entire life.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
He threw himself into training. He spent his time drilling, lifting weights, running, and more drilling.
Sounds great, actually.
Miletich told him he had the talent to be a champion, and Lee took that very seriously. He entered a tournament in the spring and made it to the finals before losing to future UFC vet Joe Dirksen by armbar. Had he won that bout, who knows how Lee's life would have turned out. But as it was, he had run out of money and needed to return to England.
It always happens. Always happens.
Lee's success continued back home. He won 5 more fights over the next few years. But none of these accomplishments holds a greater place in fight lore than a street brawl in July of 2002. Miletich and company were in London for a UFC event, and Murray met up with his former teammates at a UFC after-party attended by a who's who of professional cage fighting, including Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz.
Oh, yeah. Just every Affliction shirt in the world in one room.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, oh, my God, everyone's neck is so veiny.
Affliction shirts, mohawks.
Yeah.
This party is sponsored by Tap Out.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully your tattoo somewhere has tribal on it. Otherwise, you need to leave.
Chuck and Tito were considered the 2 baddest men on the planet at the time.
Like bad, like Michael Jackson bad? Like
Yeah.
you're fucking bad.
Don't you doubt my faith. Yeah, that kind of bad. Murray brought...
Really great Michael Jackson impression, by the way. If you're listening to that, you can look at Rich's other impressions at No, I'm just joking.
Murray brought a +1. His old pal from the Buttmarsh Boys,
Yeah.
Paul Allen.
Yeah, I'm going to get you in with this crew, Paul. Come hang out with us.
As the bar emptied out at the end of the night, one of Tito Ortiz's friends playfully jumped on Miletich's back. Paul Allen did not notice it was playful and immediately punched the man in the head. What happened next is possibly the greatest street fight of all time. Dozens of professional fighters and their friends drunkenly brawled in the streets of London.
Whoa.
Men fell to the ground. One had his arm run over by a passing taxi.
Dear Lord. Yeah, he probably thought it was coming from the other direction. It's England, right?
I mean, that's an armbar. Have you ever heard of one?
Oh, folks, say you heard
I
it
tap
here.
out, please.
You saw it here first, folks. The armbar joke, right?
It's actually what the Mighty Ducks Bash Brothers were based off of.
This is the inspiration.
Even though this happened after Mighty Ducks was filmed.
Well, that's true. How old am I? This is it. Wait, Mighty Ducks. Okay, it came out in 2007, right?
Yeah.
Chuck Liddell would later describe the melee, quote, "I'm hitting guys with spinning back fist, just dropping guys. It was a classic street fight. If I don't know you, I drop you."
Ooh,
So it's just the baddest dudes on the planet hitting anyone they don't recognize in the face.
that's got to be insane.
Just nuns walking up. Please stop the fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God.
Somebody punched my bubby. Which one of you was it?
Eventually, Murray...
Boy, stop fighting!
Your Uber is here. Oh, my God.
Chuck
Oh.
Liddell punched a double-decker bus in London? Okay.
I think stand-up did a joke about this, but when I lived in Scotland, I would see these signs. They would have signs in bathrooms that would say, please, the essential idea was don't beat up ambulance drivers. Because people would just get bored and beat up taxi drivers, ambulance drivers, just whoever you just felt.
So
Like, hey, I'm
happens-
bored. You want to call a taxi and beat somebody up real quick?
It happens when you take guns out of a country.
True.
They start doing.
That's a good argument for why we need guns here.
You gotta. Yeah, they're like, what are we?
To prevent the beatings.
That's
This podcast sponsored by the NRA.
The NRA.
Eventually,
And
Murray found himself squared off with the bad boy of the UFC, Tito Ortiz. According to witnesses, Tito threw a left hook that missed, and Murray responded by flooring him with a flurry of punches. It may not have been an officially sanctioned bout, but the MMA world took notice. In fact, Joe Rogan told me in the parking lot when I was telling him about this episode that that's how they found out about Lee Murray. The UFC didn't know who he was, and then he knocks out their biggest star in a drunken street brawl.
That's how it works in this industry.
Yeah.
You know someone who knows someone,
That's
then
right.
all of a sudden you're just made.
If you just
After one more win in Britain, Murray found himself in the UFC.
your reward for getting into a street fight, here's a potential career avenue for you.
Yeah, potential is a very important word in this story.
Okay.
Ever the showman, Lee walked to the UFC cage in a Silence of the Lambs mask and an orange prison jumpsuit.
Yes.
Right?
I feel like I've seen that.
Yeah, you probably have.
I've had, at least seen clips. Yeah.
He would win his UFC debut quickly in the first round, but while he wanted to be the greatest fighter in the world, fate had different plans for the boy from Abbey Wood.
You believe in fate? I didn't know this. Okay, go on.
While he was succeeding inside the cage, outside it was a bit of a different story. Back in his old stomping grounds, Lee was surrounded by the kind of people who made up the cast of his youth. Not only was he back hanging with Paul Allen, but his training gym was brewing its own criminal conspiracy. The owners were in financial trouble and turned to robbery to keep the business afloat.
Wait, so not connected to the Butt Marsh Boys, to Lee, just the gym that he works out in is also involved in crime, but it's not connected.
Yes.
Or as far as we know. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
So it just goes to show you, running with the wrong people can sometimes come back and bite you.
ladies and gentlemen, Jeremiah Watkins is our moral advisor for the afternoon. He's just going to continue.
Hi, this is Jeremiah Watkins, your moral correspondent. I'm out here on the streets of London where a big brawl just broke out. And just to let you know, if you get mixed up with the wrong people, it can come back to bite
Oi,
you.
mate, you reporting on this story?
Whoa, we got an English guy in the house right now. He is live on the scene.
Yes, I am.
I'm going to punch you in the... I couldn't keep it up.
You were doing good.
I know.
You got to keep it going.
I know.
Where's your
it's the
green tea?
voice. It's
Where's
the
your
voice.
fucking green tea?
The green tea's over in the other
You
room.
got to keep it going.
Why does the anger
I'm gonna punch
burn
you in your
so
fucking face,
deeply
mate.
inside of you?
This is part of the bloody act out.
Listen up right here.
All right.
All right.
Everybody put their arms down. No more fighting.
Is that moral correspondent from BBC? I hate
Bloody morals.
Bloody morals.
Bloody morals.
Bloody morals.
Is that you? Is that bloody morals?
Yeah, the cheeky fellow with the morals.
The boxer?
Get out of here.
You punched an old man?
The owners were in financial trouble and turned to robbery to keep the business afloat. I'm just resetting
As
the tone.
anyone would. Let's not judge them too quickly.
They were ultimately apprehended before pulling off their final Guy Ritchie-esque caper, a plan to raid a high-security warehouse by disguising themselves as security officers and driving a fake security van.
Dude, I love it already, but they didn't do it.
Does Jason Statham star in this movie?
Oh, he stars in this reality.
There actually is a movie in development about this story.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
And Jason Statham is going to be
He
in it.
really should.
He should be.
He was actually there for the street fight.
While Murray was never officially involved in their crimes, that didn't mean he stayed out of trouble. On Christmas Day 2003, he was involved in a car crash that led to a road rage incident that ended with the other man in a coma for 6 days. He was charged with grievous bodily harm and dangerous driving.
General grievous bodily harm.
While the case was discharged when the jury couldn't find a verdict, the case prevented him from getting a U.S. work visa and ultimately prevented him from returning to the UFC. Murray would have one last fight as a professional mixed martial artist, a 3-round war in Britain against a then little-known Brazilian called Anderson Silva.
Did you change his name from Lee to Murray? Is his first name Lee?
Lee Murray is his name.
Oh, okay.
That's his full name. Sorry,
That-
Murray is
that
a
fucking confused
confusing...
me. If you're listening, I apologize. We didn't know, and neither did I.
I think Jeremiah knew. I'm just going to
Well,
throw
he's
that
a
out
smart
there.
guy.
He is.
But for the rest of us.
Very quick.
Huh?
I just let Rich do his thing, you know.
That's what he says for anything. He's not even listening.
What?
Pick a side!
I just let Rich do his thing. All right.
Yeah.
They fought
Jeremiah,
to...
your dog just died. I just let Rich do his thing.
Don't put the dog on me!
I just let
The doctors
Rich
do that thing where he
his
shines the
thing.
light in your eyes, and you're like, I'm just letting Rich do his thing. Like, you all right there, son? How many fingers have I holding up?
I just let Rich do his thing.
The year is 2071, and we're here with Jeremiah Watkins, who for the last 55 years has been saying one thing and one thing only.
I just let Rich do his thing.
Rich died in 2012. Oh, sorry. Wait, it's past.
Jesus.
Go on. I was just trying to change the story. It's like a, like a script writing thing. Like let's change it up a bit.
I don't know if Rich is more mad that you cut him off or that you killed him in 2012.
That's what I'm mad about. I'm concerned.
You're the second Rich. It's like in Beer Fest, and they're like,
like
he had a
that-
twin brother.
It's like that Back to the Future picture where Rich just starts fading away.
During the podcast.
Yo, as long as my dick's lasting the fade, I'm good,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying? Get back
Yeah.
to work, Butt Marsh.
But Marsh.
Marsh.
I've touched Rich's.
Oh, this is a good story. True.
I've touched Rich's balls before.
What? How?
We were in the back of the OR, the original room of the Comedy Store. This
Yeah.
podcast, by the way, coming to you from the dungeon of the Comedy Store. We were in the back of the original room on a Monday night, and I walked up to Jeremiah and I said, Jeremiah, I have an offer for you. This is a one-time offer. Take it or leave it. If you say yes right now, I will let you hold my balls. And Jeremiah says, well, take them out.
And this is a packed OR, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a packed house.
That's
Okay.
packed.
Yeah, it better be for this story.
And he says, take him out. And so I do. We're in that back corner by the door to the men's bathroom. I take him out, and Jeremiah looks down and goes, oh, I kind of have to do this now, don't I? And I go, yeah. And then he takes his hand out, and he makes a cup.
I mean, he's a good man.
And then he lifts,
Yeah.
holds for a second, and lets go. And he drops to the ground laughing his ass off.
Yeah.
And the poor open micer on stage thinks that she's killing.
Oh, yeah,
he's laughing.
she's got some bit that she's still doing. She's like, I know that bit destroys.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Rich's balls that destroyed that night. That's well, I mean, good for you for grabbing him. I'm the same way.
Hey,
If you
man,
pull your
I'm a
balls
man
out-
of my word, I didn't think that he was actually going to do it, and then I felt like I owed him a debt,
I think that was the right thing to do. If you pull your balls out, I will hold them. I'm the same way.
I get that.
From one man to another, it takes one to know one. We can smell our own, cut from the same cloth. Pull those balls out, Rich. Just joking. Long
Anderson
story.
and Lee Murray fought tooth and nail, but in the end, Silva won the decision. Despite the loss, Murray's gutsy performance against the future greatest of all time earned him a spot on an upcoming card in Wembley Stadium. But Murray's rough and tumble ways finally caught up to him.
Oh, man, Murray.
On September 28, 2005, Lee went to a birthday party for a popular British topless model at a London club called the Funky Buddha. A little after 3 a.m., a street brawl broke out, and Lee was stabbed multiple times in the chest,
Whoa.
resulting in a punctured lung and a severed artery.
Who does that in a fight? Like,
And, no, Britain's all about knife violence. That's their thing.
because they don't have guns, right?
They don't
So
have
they
guns,
pull
yeah.
out a knife.
Yep.
Actually, that was Australian. When I was visiting London,
When I was visiting London,
and they said, pull out a knife.
pull out a knife.
And he pulled out a knife, and I said, that's not a knife. And then I pulled out a DVD of Crocodile Hunter. No, What the hell movie
Crocodile
was that?
Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee.
And I said, now this is a knife.
It's a knife. Well, the movie's got a
Well,
knife.
the
No,
movie's
that's
got a
actually
knife
that's a
within it.
DVD. It's not a knife.
It's a DVD, and okay.
If you
I
fold
opened
the
up the
DVD
case.
in half,
I opened-
there's a knife.
That's right.
Because it's very sharp whenever you split a
That's
DVD
right.
in half.
It's very. And in Australia, when you're in jail, what you do is you cut it up. You make a.
Oi, mate, we gonna fight or what?
Right after I'm done making this shiv,
That's right.
we will fight.
Yeah, give me 12 minutes here. Anybody got a stick and a drill? I'm going to make myself a little fire.
Does
and-
anybody have a blowtorch? I need to solder the ends.
I'm a bushman. I don't need a blowtorch. I just do it. I do a drill on the ground and get flame going. Once you get the spark, and then you hold the DVD over, and like you said, you fold it over and
Fold
over.
it over?
That's right.
Half?
Over and half, that's right. And then you fold it and fold it and fold it.
Fold
and
it,
then you
fold it.
shiv the motherfucker. Go on with the story.
Lee described the fight to MMAweekly.com.
Oh, yeah.
Quote, one of my friends got involved in the fight. I tried to help him because about 6 or 7 guys was on him. That's when I got stabbed. I got stabbed in the head first.
Ooh.
I thought it was a punch. When I felt the blood coming down my face, I just wiped the blood and just continued to fight. Next, I looked down at my chest, and blood was literally shooting out of my chest.
Oh, my God.
It was literally flying out of my chest like a yard in front of me. I died 3 times. They said, because you're an athlete and all the training you put your body through, that's what saved your life.
What
Really?
about that saved his life?
He was in such good shape that he was, like, if he'd been in shitty shape,
Yeah.
His
then-
heart wouldn't be able to pump
Exactly.
enough blood
Oh,
to,
so the
to
heart
make it
was
to
strong enough
Like
to-
his
his
whole-
brain
yeah.
and his lungs and everything. So that's why blood was squirting out at such velocity, John,
Yeah.
because actually he's in such good shape that the blood was pumping so viciously throughout his body that it was shooting all over people like, some kind of old cartoon.
that
It was a
actually
very
became...
animated way to almost die. Back to the studio where we're going to tell you what ended up happening to Lee Murray.
moral advisor on
Moral advisor. He's like, it's not good to stab
It's
someone
not
in the chest.
good.
You're gonna have
I just let Rich do his thing.
you're gonna have a hard time falling asleep at night if you stab some guy in the chest, right?
Yeah, I would.
Right?
I mean, unless you're tired because you did the stabbing, it was very exhausting.
That's a real
You're like,
fucked
oh.
up thing to say.
Man, I stabbed this guy like 7, 8 times, man. I gotta get some
Fucking
wings.
tired. Yeah, I need to at least try to get 5, right? 5 solid.
In the same interview, Murray offhandedly commented that he had been stabbed outside the same club just 1 week before, but he'd only had one of his nipples sliced off.
Only?
Yeah.
Dude, and
I didn't even know you could-
nipples don't grow back, bruh.
How do you get your nipples sliced off? Like someone stab you from the side? And then
I mean,
they
I can
pulled your
show
nipple
you
out?
if
Like-
you want.
Oh,
Do you guys watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see that one scene where they just slice a nipple off, like to show how tough the Unsullied are?
Oh, yeah.
He just literally just slices a nipple off right in front to show.
His own nipple?
No, it's like a guy who's in this army he's in a line
Yeah.
and they're just looking forward, staring ahead to prove their obedience.
Yeah.
And their leader comes up to them because they're about to sell the army to somebody else and is basically like, look how tough my guys are.
Yeah.
And he just slices his nipple off and blood starts running down his chest and they don't flinch or move or blink their eyes at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
And that was the first pepperoni pizza.
Oh, God. That's gross. Game of Thrones is an actual history, by the way. Okay.
This stabbing was,
All
of
right,
course,
John.
much worse.
Well, he said it
You
was-
know what? This is where I draw the line. Game
What?
of Thrones.
Spoiler
You know
alert.
what?
He said the first pepperoni pizza in George R. R. Martin's universe, of course. In ours, though, pepperoni pizza was originated in 1974 when Chuck Liddell's nipple was sliced off. Am I right?
Lee Murray's.
Lee Murray's nipple.
Probably about 1997.
Lee
2002. 2002.
Lee Murray alone.
My name's Lee Murray. I'm ready to fight ya. Even though this accent doesn't match the region where I grew
yeah,
up.
it's like Scottish or
Scottish.
yeah. I've got
Grumbling Scottish.
grumbling. I like that one.
Grumbling.
Grumbledorf.
Nurses were running up and down the hall, scrambling to get fresh blood into the hard man from the East End.
This man's on fresh blood.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Stat.
You keep reading while I'm doing this in the faint, while Shefsky and I are faintly
Just
like doing
quietly.
the scenes. Yeah.
Nurses were running up and down the halls,
Oh, my God, get this
scrambling to get fresh blood into the hard man from the East
I
End.
already gave you fresh blood. How much more do you need?
Yeah, you see-
When the worst was over,
Oh, you gave me the wrong
Oh
time.
my God! I
Is
just
it
spilled
blood?
one of the quarts.
Is it
and
bleeds?
Murray
Is it
finally
blood?
came to,
He's there on my Kanye boots.
Oh, no.
he asked for a pen,
I'm wearing a fallopian tube as a necklace.
which he... Lee Murray wakes up. He's like, "Whoa, I can't even handle that."
Yeah.
Someone slips on blood like a banana peel.
When the worst was over and Murray finally came to, he asked for a pen, which he used to write one word on his medical chart. Warrior.
I don't care what you just survived. If I was a doctor, I'd be like, all right, seriously though, dude? Like, okay, great.
Hey, guy, you need to calm down just a little bit.
Yeah.
You've been through a lot. We get you're a tough guy. You survived.
Oh, I'm a warrior, though.
Sir.
Yes, but
You're hooked up. There's a catheter inside of you right now. You're being
A catheter?
given-
I'll kill a catheter. I'm Protestant.
Oh boy. I'm just trying to tell you, you're not extremely well. Oh, what are you doing standing up, sir? You should really get back in bed.
No, I'm just trying to spray blood in your face. That's my move.
Get him, nurse. Can you grab him before he gets to the dry erase board? And he starts writing W. And we're like, yeah, we get it, dude. You got
we get it. You're a warrior, and blood does not come off the dry erase board. That is not a cheap board to replace.
Now, what he's asking for, he's got to lay in the hospital bed, and he's asking you to put the Warriors DVD. It's an old classic film in there because he's lying down. He's been bored out of his mind.
Despite his brush with death, Lee was back in the gym, hitting the bag just 3 weeks later.
Just as Jesus wanted.
The bag is his wife.
Hitting the bag.
He had the spirit, but his body was just not ready to return to the cage. Unfortunately, at just 27 years old, his fighting career was over.
Oh.
Of course,
What's he going to do?
he still needed money, but now that his honest living was gone, Lee was left with the only other skill he had ever developed. Crime!
Wait.
Crime!
Wait.
Crime! Oh, that's the first triple crime.
Yeah, dude. Triple crime.
Triple crime,
Triple
bro.
crime.
Sounds like a really good kind of cheese.
Stacks
Triple
on
crime.
stacks on stacks, no?
Enter Lee, Russia, from the nearby town of Tonbridge.
Lee Russia is the name?
That's the new guy now. A different Lee. Lee Murray. Now we
Okay.
have Lee Russia.
I'm just trying to follow here.
That's not your fault. I'm with you. You confusing son of a bitch.
How many Lees
How many
are you going to
Lees?
add?
Yeah, I was gonna-
And with countries' names and
Then they went out for Vietnamese food at Lee's Sandwiches.
and then Roy UFC stopped by.
to sell them some Lee jeans.
Enter Lee, Russia, from the nearby town of Tonbridge.
So we're just going to call Lee Murray now.
Murray
We're not
and
gonna
Russia.
do
Murray
it
and
all.
Russia.
Yep.
And
Okay,
then
great.
Russia is okay. There we go.
Russia was well established in the martial arts world, having won a gold medal for England in 1994 at the World Eskrima Championships.
This guy's not Russian. His just name's Russia.
It might be Russia. It's R-U-S-H-A.
It is true. I am actually very good at martial arts.
Born in Sheffield.
Born in
I
Sheffield.
have nothing to do with Russia.
I like to hit people, and people like to be hit by me.
They don't like hitting, but they get hit.
Russia worked by day as a roofer and a part-time driver, but at night he moonlighted as an MMA fighter and kickboxer, making around $400 a fight.
I have many jobs. I am very busy.
I'm a roofer and a part-time lover.
You need laundry hooked up?
I have shingles, and I also put shingles on roofs.
It is very unfortunate that I'm very involved in things that use the term shingles.
Russia knew Murray from the fight scene, and the two became quick partners. For years, Russia allegedly made his real money buying weed from Murray at $1,600 a kilo and selling it for double. Together, they planned one of the biggest crimes in world history.
One of the biggest
Crimes in world history.
in world history.
See, whenever you start dealing with weed in kilos, that's when you know you've made it.
Yeah, like anytime the K comes in there, you're like,
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah,
how
yeah.
much weed is that?
Whoa.
Yeah. I thought,
We're not doing cocaine anymore? Okay, cool.
yeah, but it's kilos.
Yeah, Kilo Green. At 8:40,
Oh, yeah.
you know, every once in a while you get one down the
It
pocket.
was
huh?
a crime that Shefsky didn't laugh at that.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
see
all right.
that.
We can edit that in.
Yeah,
We're
drop that one back.
making more edit points for Rich to get in.
Well, he won't actually edit it. I just say edit, so if you're listening, you kind of get the feel like, hey, that part was edited. That's JMO listening. All right, that part was edited. All right.
At 8:40 on February 21st,
Love your podcast.
2006. Lynn Dixon. That's a new person now.
I mean, how many characters are in this story?
Hi, I'm Lynn. Hi, I'm Lynn Dickinson.
Lynn Dixon
Dixon.
Lynn Dickens.
Like Dick and Son.
Dick
heard
Lickens.
a knock at the door.
Now, is Lynn a guy or a girl?
Lynn's a girl.
Okay, because in England it could be a guy. Okay, it's a
Hello?
girl. Lynn Dixon.
I'm waiting for the story to continue.
Yeah.
Oh, just wait there on the porch. It'll continue soon.
Oh, sorry, I seem to have misplaced my watch. Do you know what time it is?
Lynn
Game time? Who?
You're the daughter I never had. Come with me.
It's a very emotional story for Lynn Dixon.
She found 2 local Kent police officers waiting with bad news. Her... That's the official bad news siren, everybody.
I know. Will Ferrell was there from Night at the Roxbury.
Her husband, Colin, had been in a serious car accident. They asked Lynn and her 7-year-old son to come with them to the hospital. She grabbed her boy and rushed to get in their van.
Jesus.
Colin Dixon had, in fact, not been in an accident. A few hours before, he had clocked out from his job as the manager of the Securitas Cash Depot in Tonbridge, a warehouse where cash from the Bank of England is sorted and distributed.
The 20s go over there.
And guess what? The 10s go in my pocket.
Ooh, a little bit of crime. Thanks for crime.
While on his way home, Colin was pulled over by what appeared to be an unmarked police car, handcuffed, and placed in the back of the officer's vehicle.
Get in the back of the vehicle. Get in the back.
Are you sure?
They're talking to him over the fucking
Get in the back.
This the officer, are you sure that you're a police officer? Because that's just a VW Beetle.
Undercover police matters. Don't question the authority.
Oh, you know what? That does make perfect sense. Thank you.
Thank you.
all right, we'll sort this out at the station.
I'm going to hand you the handcuffs. Handcuff yourself and put yourself in the back of the
Seems
car.
perfectly reasonable.
This is a huge misunderstanding.
There was a slight problem. The men in uniform were not real cops.
Wait. What?
Yeah, cereal?
The uniforms were fake, and the badges had been purchased on eBay.
Oh, fucking eBay. The evil robots at eBay.
I know.
I fucking told you.
The kidnappers had gone so far as to hire a makeup artist to alter their faces. The abductors took the Dixon family to a farm way out in the country. They were bound and gagged and told the deal. Colin Dixon would help them gain access to the Securitas Cash Depot, or they would all die.
Jeez. Yeah, how fast did you make that decision? Like, okay, fucking sure. Like, I don't give that much of a fuck. Yeah, here's the code.
Is that the Stranger Things theme song?
Nope.
Is that this song? Is that this show's theme song now? I get that. At around 1 a.m., the team headed out. The Dixon family in tow. Colin Dixon rode with a fake cop in the fake cop car, and a white van followed them to the heist. Inside the van, Dixon's wife and son tied up. 6 men in ski masks, plus a selection of handguns, shotguns, AK-47s, and a Scorpion machine pistol. The guard at the gate recognized Dixon and buzzed them in. The team quickly burst out of the van and rushed on the 14 overnight stabbers. They've got my family, Dixon told them, so no one tripped the alarms. The staff, Dixon and his family, were bound and put into the metal cages used for storing cash. Then the team went to work. Security cameras showed they already knew their way around the facility. Of course, they had an inside man. Amir Heisenaj had been given an $11 an hour job on the night shift after nothing more than a 10-minute interview. They probably should have done a background check because Amir had been wearing a hidden camera in his belt buckle for weeks.
Wait, a belt buckle camera?
What the fuck? A belt buckle camera?
That's what broke you?
Yeah.
That's what broke you guys?
Yeah, I've never seen a belt buckle camera in my life. Where are you going to get one of those?
Usually you just wear that thing to buckle your belt. I mean, I didn't even know.
I put on my belt buckle one time. I saw a camera there, and I saw myself film myself, and I said, "Who is we have the surveillance? It's got me, got me."
This is in the 90s, too, so it's like a VHS like video camera. Like just
It's duct tape.
Yeah.
Like, I never knew. I never thought it was a fancy belt buckle.
Yeah, I thought it was some sort of hipster toy or something.
I
like
use
that.
a belt buckle camera so I can see what my dick sees when it's peeing.
Whoa, it's like a GoPro for a dick in the 90s.
That's right. Go pro yourself, buddy. Okay, so give me a quick summary of what just happened during the song.
Okay, so and 1 in the morning, they went to the place with the family tied up in the van and a bunch of guns.
The fake police came to this people's house, right? And said, your husband's in an accident. The lady's like, oh my God, let's go. She gets in the car. It's not the cops.
Yeah.
It's the fucking criminals.
Yep.
It's
Lee Murray and company.
Lee Murray and Russia, right?
Lee Murray
okay.
and Company, mattress firm, coming your way.
Oh, your mattress is free.
That's right. We'll steal everything in your house and punch you and stab you. Or okay. So, anyways, so they get in the car. So the lady and her 7-year-old kid get in the car with the 2 UFC creeps, right? And then they fucking take them out to the middle. They take them out
to a farm.
The husband's already in the car.
No, the husband got picked up probably by the 2 UFC creeps, Lee Murray and somebody.
Yeah,
they pick up the husband and pretend to be cops and arrest him. And
so they did twice impersonated cops. So first they arrest him.
One group went and get the mother and the daughter and the son.
Okay.
Other group gets Colin Dixon.
Okay.
Takes them all to a farm and goes, "Yo, Colin's gonna take us in to get all this cash, or I'm gonna kill you all." Colin's like, "Cool, bro." So then they go to the cash depot with their whole team in a van with tons of guns and the family tied up. And then the people at the gate go, "Oh, what's up? It's Colin. We'll let you in." And then when they get inside, all Trojan horse style, a bunch of guys with AK-47s and machine pistols jump out and go, "Break yourself, fool," and then lock them all up inside of a cash cage. And then and this is the important part.
You're watching Cash Cage.
Cash Cage.
You're inside the Cash Cage.
They had an
They got like
inside.
that Breaking Bad, like yeah.
They had the inside
Cash
man,
Cage.
Ermir Hasenaj, who had gotten a minimum wage job there with like a 10-minute interview that did no background check on the guy.
So Colin knows him. He's like, "What?
This guy's part of the team." Oh yeah, Colin knows him.
He's
yeah.
like, "You're in on this too."
But no, that guy. They were all wearing masks. They were all wearing
okay.
like balaclavas and ski masks and whatever the fuck.
Baklava sounds good right now.
Yeah, it does. And so they know the whole place because they have a layout that they got from this dude wearing the hidden belt buckle camera.
Yeah.
The Dick GoPro.
What's that thing on your belt? Oh, it's just a belt buckle. All right, sounds good to me.
Story checks out fine. Next.
It took Murray and company just 40 minutes to complete the job.
Murray and Company.
Using nothing but their hands, a forklift, and a shopping cart, they drove away with a quarter of the cash, a haul of 53 million pounds, over $100 million.
At the time. That's right.
Wow.
No, this was like this was in 2006.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it would be it was $100 million for that actual. It was that.
Well, I guess we got enough to pay the rent on the boxing gym for 3 months.
No one was hurt.
Very expensive boxing gym.
That's right.
Cost $33 million a month.
No one was hurt, so the criminals stayed true to their word. They didn't hurt the family. Okay.
People talk about how high rent is in LA. They've
Yeah.
got no idea.
London's insane, and we've got these multiple rings, and there's no space really. So you have to steal about 100 million.
No one was hurt.
The crumpets are very expensive.
No shots were fired.
I drive on the wrong side of the road.
No alarms were rung.
Tea time is very, very pricey.
You know, the drinking age is actually lower here.
I don't drink, really. I mean, I take my tea, but other than that,
By the time...
that was a very
popped.
loud
That one
bee.
popped hard.
The bee hurt my ears. Thank you.
By the time Dixon's son squeezed through a gap in the cage and called police, the culprits were back at the farm counting their score and taking their cuts. It was the perfect job. More than that, it was the single largest cash heist in world history.
This guy is just
Very good
determined.
at things. He's good at stuff, though.
He's a
That's
world,
the
he's a
thing.
world
record.
champ
That's the thing,
now.
like, he's good at surviving being stabbed. He's great at fighting.
A, B,
Right? He's good at like a real heist.
C,
Right?
Punching people randomly,
D.
right?
Yeah. So he survives stabbings, punching people randomly, like street fights, actual fighting in the ring. I mean, the guy's got talents, but it's all used for evil.
The story immediately became international news. It was a crime straight from the movies, a real-life Italian job, or Ocean's 11. The footage from the depot made it to the airwaves and then the internet. Hundreds of British police were assigned to the case, and a reward of $4 million offered for information leading to the capture of the thieves. You can actually still go on YouTube and look up footage of these guys doing the raid.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yep, I know where I'm going, beep, 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 thanks for the cash.
Yeah.
There is one thing that most major heists have in common. Hours and hours of planning goes into getting the money, but very little goes into what will happen once the
they have
job
it.
is over. Yeah.
I would just go out for sushi a bunch, probably. I'm always just like, I'd probably just get mostly nigiri sushi instead of rolls.
You ever go to Crazy Rockin' Sushi?
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, dude, I love
It's
that
all
place.
right. It's all right. I'm a sushi snob.
Dude, it's 50% off every day.
Yeah, and you just want to like grab them by their arms and shake them and be like, that just means that's the price. Like,
Yeah,
totally.
right. No, we have sale every day.
Oh,
50% off.
who's this guy? Huh?
50%
That sounds like one of the guys from the Star Trek New Hope. One of the trader guys. You know, that have the weird like the big glowing eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, guys. It's a reference no one gets.
I get it.
You get it? Oh, that's what I like about you. You always get it.
The Securitas Depot robbery was no exception, as the meticulously planned heist unraveled into a hot mess. First, some of the team began to brag to friends about the job.
Oh, that's always the first thing that goes wrong in those things.
Hey, yo, you know, like the biggest crime that's ever happened that's on the news right now? Yeah.
You're looking at him.
Yeah, it's me, dude.
Why would you tell me that? I don't want to know this.
No, now you're part of the crime.
Well, can I get some cash?
Wait, what?
Yeah, wait, why would you tell me this?
I don't know. I felt like bragging. Will you please get back with me, Marissa?
That's over the air. Oh, I'm supposed to be Marissa?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, you're rich now. Come on. Come over here and get some of
Wait a
this
second.
booty.
Is that all what you want me for? It's just money.
I'm actually pretty turned on that you're able to follow through with your plans and you actually do things.
Oh, I want to plan a future with you, perhaps?
That's right. Fuck me like a heist robber. Steal that pussy.
Hold on. Before you begin to fuck, here's this belt camera.
We already fucked. If you don't notice, one of the robbers just had an orgasm. Well, you know.
I hate to say this, but I prematurely ejaculated.
Well, let me wipe it off with a couple of these 100-pound bills. They're 100-pound bills, right?
Yeah.
100-pound notes.
100-pound notes. That's right. How many quid did you get? That's an English term for bucks.
There you go. This led to an avalanche of tips to the police. The cars used by Murray and company began to pop up, including a fake police car that was found on the field after being set on fire.
Nice.
The van used to transport the abducted family.
Nice.
And another van containing 1.3 million pounds, guns, masks, and body armor.
Can't you do that thing that they did on Breaking Bad where they have those barrels and then you just like melt everything and you're like, it never existed? Is that not real or is that just a TV thing?
Probably is real.
Okay.
Then a woman was at a bank tried to deposit 6,000 pounds of cash wrapped in a tape labeled Tonbridge.
Oh my God! So they're just dumb. They're like
They're just all
idiot
idiots.
savants.
Yeah.
They're idiot savants. They're able
Yeah.
to pull off like crazy stuff, but then like the most common like thing where you'd be like, who's like any moron would know to like take that off of there, and they go into the bank with a ski mask on, like, oh sorry, excuse me,
Before
it's chilly out, isn't
before they deposit it, they rub their fingers all over it. They masturbate on it, so
Yeah.
there's DNA.
There's tons of
They
DNA.
spit on it, and they put their hairs all on it.
Yeah, I
They're
was
like,
gonna say,
here you go.
it? Murray, fold up a couple curlies in that 100.
Guys, 60 seconds before you have to go. Hold on, I'm just trying to beat off on everything real quick.
That's how everyone gets caught, dude. Cum. I think we know that, right? Everything ends in cum.
Everything begins with a cum too,
everything
really.
ends in
Cum! From there, the case broke wide open. It took only 2 days for the first arrest.
2 days. All right, fellas, we got him.
When police picked up Michelle Hogg. Sorry, the
fucking
names
funny
in this episode are so great.
Hello, I'm Michelle Hogg.
This is a case for Sherlock and Holmes.
Sherlock and Holmes.
Sherlock and Holmes.
Well, clearly, by the evidence, you can see that the robbers are actually still here coming on everything. So I think mystery solved.
I spunked on that bill.
Watson, time for a drink. We've done this.
That's so crazy.
Michelle Hogg, the daughter of a policeman and a skilled makeup artist who was accused by police of making the latex disguises used by the robbers.
She's a daughter of a police person?
Mhm.
Oh,
I just realized I said Sherlock and Holmes, like they were two different people.
Sherlock and
I thought you were
Holmes.
improvising something. That was
And maybe I meant to do that as like it's a split personality thing. It's actually the same guy, but he's schizophrenic and he solves crime.
Dr. Sherlock and Mr. Holmes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ooh.
That's right.
Guys.
Same era, right? Victorian.
Right?
New podcast, Dr. Sherlock and Mr. Holmes.
Oh, we've got to do a spin-off of every podcast episode we do.
Spin-off show.
We need to exponentially grow.
Hey, are you the guys who do the spin-off of the spin-off of the spin-off podcast show?
We're currently doing a podcast about this time that Rich went to In-N-Out. It's a spin-off podcast. We can't stop.
Next, the cops caught Stuart Royal, a car salesman with a reputation for ripping people off. He was suspected of supplying the vehicles for the raid. Royal attempted to flee before they shot out his tires. Sorry, I'm getting choked up at how emotional the story is, guys.
What kind of tires were they, man?
DNA evidence from the vans led them to the home of Lee Russia, Murray's alleged weed distributor. In his bedroom, the police found blueprints to the Securitas depot and a reconnaissance tape of the Dixon home. In his garage, 8.6 million pounds in cash.
Oh, God.
Most importantly, they now had evidence linking Murray to the case. He had been stopped a few weeks before on suspicion of drunk driving after a minor accident. He'd been released, but his yellow Ferrari was still sitting in the impound.
We all live in a yellow Ferrari, a yellow Ferrari, a yellow Ferrari. Beatles reference? Is this the time? It's 2016.
It's a very different Beatles. If all their songs are just like Jay-Z level rich shit.
Mm-hmm.
We all live in a yellow Ferrari.
That's right. Imagine all the people I could hire to do things for me if I was rich. I'd accumulate a lot of stuff.
Go get me coffee.
That's right. I'm the king. Kiss
Where's
my
my
feet.
dry cleaning?
I'm the best. You're just a slave.
8 days a week I work 'cause I'm so rich.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. I want to get some more blackbirds, and then I'm going to market them and sell all of them. Dun, 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 dun. That's a pretty decent
Inside
one.
the Ferrari was a cell phone with a recording of two men, supposedly Russia and Murray, discussing the robbery. They linked DNA samples from the scene.
Wait, they recorded their own fucking call?
I don't know why.
You assholes.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to listen to it later when I'm nostalgic about how we got rich.
It's like I'm like one of the people who goes to a concert but then films the entire thing through their phone because they want to enjoy it later.
That's right. And then you watch it with someone and you say,
I was there. That was me holding the camera right there.
that's right. Here's an event we both didn't get to see live because I was recording.
Because I was too busy.
I wasn't in the bloody moment. The moment's boring.
They linked DNA samples from the scene to previous records of Murray's arrests. The jig was up. Wow. By March 6th, 2 weeks after the robbery, police had recovered 19.7 million pounds of the missing cash and made 17 arrests. They had the muscle, Russia and a man named Jetmir Bukpapa. I know, it's too much.
Hello, I'm Jetmir Bukpapa da Kapada.
Also British, though, Jetmir Bukpapa.
Hello, my name is Jetmir Bukpapa da.
Could be one of those Indian British people, though.
That's right.
So he
Who
talks
knows,
like
right?
this, but when you see him in person, you imagine
see
him
him like
talking
this.
different.
Yes.
That's right. He owns
That's
a
right,
restaurant.
actually.
He serves shawarma.
Indian Bupapa.
That's right.
They had the wheelman supplier,
Chicken
Stuart
tikka
Royal.
masala. Okay, sorry. Chicken tikka, your money masala. Okay, sorry.
They had the inside man, Ermir Hasanaj.
Ermir Hasanaj is a good friend of mine.
Oh yes, he's
He's a very good friend.
That's right.
The surveillance guy, a childhood friend of Murray's named Roger Coots.
Oh, I don't know him.
He's a new character.
Oh, he's new.
Yeah. Plus, they
Roger
had
Coots.
Roger Coots.
Hello, Roger Coots at your service.
Plus 12 other suspected accomplices and material witnesses.
Very shady people, yeah. Very shady.
It's a very large group of people that just, they're trying to steal as a group. If you have 12 people and you divide up 100 mil, it's still quite a bit of cash each.
Well, Michelle Hogg, soon...
She hogged it all. I knew this was going to happen.
What a bitch.
Cunty.
Ah, I see what you did there.
What? Did we get French just now? Did you get French? Or?
No, I said I see.
I see what you did there.
Are we doing French? What's his name?
His name is Michel Hogg.
Michel Hook.
Hogg.
Michelle Hogg soon... God, I can't say words.
You
Michelle,
can't say words.
Thank you.
Say words.
Thank you, guys.
Say words.
Words.
You did it. You're fine. We're back on it. We're back on.
Are we playing Words with Friends again?
I've been trying to say words for so long, and
We're
now
playing.
I finally did it. And I'm just glad that you guys are here with me when it happens.
We are always here for you, Rich Slaton.
Well, one of us is. You fuck up words one more time, and I'm going to another podcast that talks about
Yeah.
Crime!
Crime.
Okay, go on.
Right.
Michelle Hogg soon turned Queen's evidence, leading to the conviction of the Securitas Five. Each man was sentenced to 20 years in jail.
Ooh, not worth it.
What they didn't have was Lee Murray.
Wait, what?
Wait,
I didn't mention his name in that list of people.
you did not mention his name. Where is this man?
Where is this Lee Murray character?
Where is this Lee Murray character?
Is that Vijay Chandrasekhar?
I wish it was a Chandrasekhar. That'd be cool.
True to his nickname, Lightning Lee Murray was quick to act when the caper was complete. The man whose favorite movies included Scarface and The Bank Job took a play from the Criminal Handbook.
They're just his evidence is his DVD collection. They're like, okay, we got Scarface, The Bank Job, and no, Lady Killers, the original and the Coen Brothers
And 10
version.
things
All right.
I hate about you. Okay, that one is...
Just a random.
What to expect when you're expecting?
All right, we already have the 10 things about you, but you know,
The Holiday? Really? Okay.
He
he's a
took
Jack Black guy. What can I say?
Dude.
It was the best job in the world, the biggest bank job in the world.
Listen to your eyes and it's easy to see. 1 and 1 makes 2, 2 and 1 makes 3. It was destiny, Millie.
He took a play from the Criminal Handbook and fled the country for
Oh my
Morocco.
God, they have a song called the Lee.
Yeah, this is who it's about.
Okay, go on.
He fled from Morocco with his best friend, Paul Allen. Morocco was the perfect choice for Lee, his father being a Moroccan citizen, and by Moroccan law, that made Murray one as well. This was big since Morocco had no extradition agreement with Great Britain.
Oh, nice. So it's like I could go there. They could even ask for me, and Morocco doesn't have to even send
They
me
can
over there.
say, fuck off.
Oh, wow.
Murray had done it. Not only had he stolen millions of dollars, he'd made it to a country that would not turn him over to English authorities. Lee did what any brazen criminal would do at this point. Celebrate. He moved into a $1.5 million villa in an upscale neighborhood. And since he left his fancy cars back in Britain,
Had to buy new ones, right?
yep, he replaced them with a gold Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, that's a little much. It doesn't even look cool anyways.
He and Allen went shopping nearly every day, dropping cash on clothes, jewelry, electronics, and trips to Casablanca.
What's Casablanca?
That's a place.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
It's not just the
Not just a movie. No.
about the White House? Oh.
I think the movie might be about that place.
Not just a
in
black
fact.
and white movie. It's much, much more than that.
Much more.
It's
much
more than
more.
that, eh?
It's
All right.
more than that.
All right.
He quickly became bored of his villa
Who wouldn't, right? Only 1.1 million. You got 25 million?
and purchased a small compound in the same neighborhood that held members of the Moroccan royal family.
Probably has a little bowling alley.
Rockin' Royal Family.
That's right. Welcome to Rockin' Royal Families. What can I get for you this evening? Would you like a rockin' Moroccan taco or?
Yo, I'm just here to ride the bull, dude.
Dude, the bull's over there. The
Line is extra long.
Nobody tips in Morocco. I hate this job.
He spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on upgrades, including the most audacious of all, a giant mural depicting his single UFC victory located directly above the hot tub.
That's hilarious.
audacious.
Bruh.
Murray had gone full-on Tony Montana, and much like his idol, the party had to end.
Mm-hmm.
Murray didn't know it. But the lack of extradition did not mean that Moroccan authorities were excited about having a notoriously violent thief using their country as a safe haven. He and Allen were under surveillance almost as soon as they set foot on Moroccan soil. On June 25th, 2006, Murray, Allen, and a pair of friends went to the mall, probably to buy something ridiculous. Unbeknownst to the group, that's a little editorializing by me.
I like that, yeah, because I can imagine them going like, let's get fur coats.
Probably.
It's fucking boiling hot right now.
It's
Let's
Fur
just
Coat
fucking-
Tuesday. Let's go.
Let's just do it.
Fur coat.
Just having a knot in your pocket. of,
Fur
like,
Coat Friday.
Fur coat Friday is probably, yeah.
Probably better than Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday would be like Golden Taco Tuesday or something like
Yeah.
that. I bought those golden tacos. Don't try to eat them.
FCF, bro. Fur Coat Friday.
Fur coat. Hashtags?
Hashtag FCF.
Hashtags.
Unbeknownst to the group, over 50 Moroccan officers lay in wait, having cleared a section of the mall and set a trap. When they arrived, the officers closed in, but Murray and his team of skilled martial artists held them off for minutes before succumbing to the small army. A search of his compound turned up cocaine and marijuana. All 4 men were convicted of drug possession and, quote, beating and humiliating members of the security forces.
Oh, yeah.
Their sentences were light, only 4 to 8 months.
In Morocco?
Mm-hmm.
Why did I imagine in Morocco they'd be like, they'll probably cut off a couple hands and the prison doesn't have air conditioning?
Morocco's supposed to be pretty cool, actually, from what I gather. For a long time, it was like a pretty normal tourist destination.
Yeah. But
Pretty chill.
But as an American, like whenever people talk about prisons other places, you're always like, oh man,
I'm American, I'm dying for sure.
like like the prison. The movies are always like they've got everything. They hit you with bamboo. Like everything just sucks in other.
I'm
countries of
worth
prison.
more, but I'm still stuck here.
Yeah, totally.
The two friends were soon released, and Paul Allen was extradited to Britain to be tried for his role in the heist.
So why was he extradited?
Because he wasn't a Moroccan citizen.
Oh.
But Murray had been correct about the extradition. Morocco refused to turn him over. But he was still a criminal, and the government wasn't going to set him free. So he sat in jail awaiting his fate. Even behind bars, his hubris could not be contained. When his favorite London casino wrote him a formal letter banning him from the club, he wrote back, quote, "Haven't you heard? I hit the jackpot."
Yeah, I don't need to come to your stupid club. I don't think he talks like that.
But they do give you nice cheese sandwiches, though, when you're at the casino.
Do they in England?
Well, casinos in Britain, they're all members-only clubs. Like, you have to have a membership card to go.
Oh.
So you go there, and I used to go there all the time when I lived in
cheese
Scotland.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, they would just bring you the grilled cheese sandwiches and beer, and you just play poker or whatever.
Dude, English people love fucking giving you like stacks of sandwiches. When I go to, I have a lot of family.
Cucumber
English,
sandwiches?
Cucumber or just like really good tuna. Like English people know how to make good tuna and like just a good simple like a cheese sandwich. And it's like part of tea time is that you get them a lot of times without the crust too. Like just these gorgeous little triangles of it. And I've eaten stacks of them. I'm still burning off carbs from it, but it's really great. Great side note. Okay, go on.
He used his considerable wealth to have luxuries smuggled into the jail.
Of course,
Cell phones.
Pablo Escobar style, right?
Yep. Expensive clothes, even a laptop computer.
Oh yeah, just jacking off. Yeah, I'll stay there for 8 more months. Just keep sending me my weed and keep the internet going. Fine, whatever. I'll just jack off. Can I get some more Gatorade, please? Okay.
He even fathered a child with a female visitor.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, cream pies in prison? Jesus.
Well, here's the
dude,
funny
yeah.
part. Is
Hashtag green pies in prison.
That's my own Jimmy Buffett, right?
Yeah.
Burgers in paradise. I'm talking cream pies in prison.
Hey, Shefsky, you sell that merch on your website. Cream pies in prison, right? Oh, yeah, I'm that guy. Yeah.
The hashtag t-shirt. Cream pies in prison. It's actually my memoir.
The Moroccan government actually got angry about that, not because he fathered a child, but because the woman wasn't his wife. They were like, "You knocked up a woman who's not your wife while in our jail? Nah, bro, we're not cool with that."
Weird.
Yeah, that earned him.
Who was this chick? Did he know her before he went to prison?
I don't actually know who this chick was.
How did these prison guys get to bang?
Dude, picture it didn't happen, bro.
Oh, well, let me just get my 10,000. Let me get my red camera and film this.
Oh,
All right,
industry
sweet.
reference.
Hey, do you still have that belt buckle camera? We'll make a porno with it. Sweet.
Yeah, in and out, bro. Gotta see that GoPro dick. You know what I'm saying, man?
Dude, I've always wanted to strap GoPros to my friends' dicks. Go on.
With dubstep. Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah. You have to redesign the case for them because it wouldn't really feel good going in. But, like, you can make a GoPro for your dick.
Other prisoners were so jealous
They're going to eventually.
that they broke into his cell, discovering small saws that had been baked into a plate of biscuits, ruining his final scheme and escape attempt.
Oh, he's going to try to get out by... Dude, I can't believe how many people actually have done the cake with the fucking saw in it.
Yeah.
It's a Bugs Bunny.
In 2008 or 9, he's doing the cake with a saw in it.
Yeah, and he only has a few months, right?
Well, they're holding him indefinitely right now because of all the negotiations over the fact that he just stole $100 million.
But you'd think that, like, if you had $100 million, any like, even if you're in prison somewhere, you could be like, I'll give you guys $20 million. Let's fucking expedite this shit a little faster. Like, let me go home. And somebody, like, I mean, we've seen so many prison movies. Somebody will take you up on it, right? We've all seen The Night of. We've all seen Oz. We've all seen Shawshank.
I've seen one of those three.
None of those.
You haven't seen any of those? Oh,
You never seen Shawshank?
Shawshank?
Guys, I haven't seen it.
Shawshank's fucking amazing.
I hear it's incredible.
Yo, you want Netflix and chill, girl?
Have you seen Last Man?
Is it on Netflix?
I probably not.
Have you seen Last Man on Earth?
Dude, yeah, I love Last Man.
Okay, it's one of my favorites too. And like when Will Forte's character like fucking brings that up, like because he hasn't seen it, but the girl he like,
Yeah.
it was a Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
god,
was so good.
fucking. But you really haven't seen it, so you're like, yeah, right, fellas.
No, I got the joke.
You got the joke.
I got the joke.
You got the joke.
In 2010,
You seemed really unsure about what year.
I was trying to figure out where I was.
Okay.
on the paper.
Shefsky met Will Forte recently, and he almost exploded. And I got to witness it. It was pretty cool.
Oh, dude. Well, I used to be really shy when I met someone that like I fucking was super like what's the word for it?
Excited?
Worshipped? Someone that you're just like.
All right, I'm going to be Will Forte, and you're meeting me, and we're going to reenact it.
Hi. I don't remember actually how that happened.
Did you black out?
Yeah, I blacked out, dude. It was like the best sex
It was just
ever.
like in the green room.
No, I was just like, "What's up, man?" And I actually met him I went to the screening of Nebraska like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What's up, man?" And he's like, "How's it going?" And I was
Hey,
like,
how's it going? Yeah. Hey, it's so good to see you. Hey, what's going on
"That's
here?
a great Will Forte."
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
What's up, dude? I'm a huge fan. And,
Are you really? Oh my God! Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Dude, this is unreal. Well, I didn't say that during the experience, but now I'm saying it. Yeah, it's unreal seeing him right here and seeing him and you.
You know, as a matter of fact, it's great to meet you too.
Oh fuck! My head explodes. Like, dude, it was crazy. I'm very emotional.
Yeah.
All right, go on with the
Anyway,
Go on
go
with
on with the story.
It's really great, though. Great Will Forte. Thank you.
In 2010, the British government still could not reach a deal to extradite Murray, so they settled for the next best thing. Moroccan law allowed him to be tried by Britain in Morocco using local law. And after a short trial, he was sentenced to 10 years in Moroccan prison.
Ooh.
Unsatisfied with the short sentence, the British government successfully appealed and had the term increased to 25 years.
Good grief.
Today, Lee Murray remains in prison. But true to form, life cannot hold him down. He still has access to cash and is able to smuggle in contraband, even giving occasional cell phone interviews. His friend, Paul Allen, was released from prison after just 6 years for good behavior, a fact Murray takes as evidence that he won't serve his full 25. His good behavior has earned him access to training facilities where he practices martial arts every day, convinced he will soon be able to make a mixed martial arts comeback. British papers have even reported a possible opponent, a rematch with a former rival who has since become a low-level tabloid celebrity. And finally, somewhere out in the world is $60 million from the raid.
Oh, they still haven't found it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Still unaccounted for, presumably waiting to be claimed by the toughest kid from London's East End.
Great, man. How great. It's that fighting spirit, though.
Yeah, this has got to be a movie.
It's that fighting spirit that the guy still, like, is in jail and being, like, fucking, like, he's not giving up. He's like, I'm going to get out, I'm going to fight. And you're like, okay, you're going to be here for 20 years. But,
I mean, even where it's at right now would make a great ending to a movie. Where you find out that all that money is still unaccounted for and he's just waiting.
is that like a wide
It's a
shot
great
where,
villain.
like, the
Yeah,
camera,
and then, like,
goes
slowly
up like
pulls
that?
out.
Yeah, slowly. You're like, oh, fuck, the money's still out there.
Wait a second.
What the fuck?
What?
Coming soon, Lightning.
Coming soon?
God.
Coming soon. Ah, son of a lightning.
Just Rich catching himself on fucking word flubs.
In a world. Damn it. Okay, sorry. Can we start back over again?
In a world.
That's so good.
Coming Nick soon.
Coming Nick Thune.
Coming soon. I mean, dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coming soon?
Can we take that again real quick?
Coming soon.
Starting this fummer. God! I can't get it done.
I know what you did last summer.
Ugh.
Last Joe Strummer.
And now, your feature presentation. Dang it.
Oh, that's so funny.
With Jason Statham. God, this is the worst day ever.
Oh, man. I am really showing all my cards right now.
Oh, dude.
And playing his father, Michael what's his last name, damn it? We're doing it live!
Oh, fuck it. We're doing it live. All right, dude. Oh, this has been an amazing episode, right?
This has been fantastic, guys.
Jeremiah Watkins.
Jeremiah Watkins.
Hello.
It's pronounced Jeremiah Watkins, which is German for what kids?
Watkins.
Jeremiah, what's going on? Where can people see you?
Guys, on all my social medias, at Jeremiah Stand Up. If you want to check out my website, it's jeremiahwatkins.tv. Lots of videos and fun stuff on there. And my show, Stand Up on the Spot, is every second Tuesday of the month here at the world-famous Comedy Store. And then, involved in some other shows around town. And, just hit me up online.
And come see the roast battle.
Come
where
see the
you'll
roast battle, the goddamn comedy jam. Like, you'll see Jeremiah rocking it
You
and
can
all
see
this
you can
stuff.
see many parts of Jeremiah's body fairly consistently.
You're obsessed with his body. I'm obsessed with his mind.
Well, that just shows our priorities, man.
You just gotta stop fixating on Jeremiah's body.
Sorry to objectify you, Jeremiah.
Guys, I'm on an operating table right now, and they're dissecting me.
Yeah, he's on a lot of medicine. He can't feel a thing.
Get the dick pinhole camera.
Ew, just sound him. Just put it on the end of a Q-tip. But seriously.
But seriously,
But thank you guys so much for having me.
this
Dude,
is
thanks for
fantastic.
doing this. It was a
I'll have
blast.
to have you back again soon.
That was
Where people
fun.
can find you, Mr. Jon Shefsky.
I mean, I'm on the show, so do I tell him every episode? I guess you.
I guess we don't.
You
I
can go
know-
on
you
my
know what?
Instagram, but yeah, like after a while,
You know
it's
what?
kinda
We'll link our stuff in the bio for our Twitter account for the show,
yeah,
which is @CrimePod on both Twitter and Instagram.
that's right.
Or you can email the show and give us suggestions for topics, ask us questions, send dick pics, which I'm going to keep. I don't know why I keep saying
Yeah,
to send
don't
dick pics.
send dick pics. Jesus.
No, I implore you to, because I think it's funny that Rich is plugging that on your guys' podcast. So I'm hoping that somebody, even if it's a Google image, just send it their way.
You know that's going to get us at least one dick pic. One person's going to be like, I got the same sense of humor these guys. They're going to tell that I was listening.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
do
send
that.
a dick pic.
I do that bit in my act about like all that dick touching stuff from when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And part of the bit is me talking about how now I'm the I'll look at your weird dick guy.
Yeah.
And I was doing a show in Fresno, and I was riffing with some guy, and I'm like doing this bit I do about how we all look like our dicks. I'm like, oh, I bet your dick has tattoos on it. This 300-pound tattoo guy's like, yeah, it does. Want to see it? And I'm like, fuck, okay, yeah, I kind of have to now.
You followed through?
I like you
after-
said, fuck, all right. Yeah, just pull the dick out.
After his show,
Okay.
after the show's over, his wife comes up and goes, so you want to see it? And takes me outside, not to the bathroom, but out in front of the theater. Mm-hmm. And he just goes, okay, and he whips it out.
And you
and
suck
he's got
that guy's cock for 20
tattooed down the shaft is Home Wrecker.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And that's the second time I've seen an audience member's dick after a show.
That's crazy.
I'll save the first time for another show.
I usually get audience members that give me nuggets of weed, but I guess I'll stay on my problems and you stay with yours, all right?
Guys, we all have different fan bases,
Right,
you know.
yeah.
And
I'm gonna stick with my weed crew.
I'm glad we're finding our voices collectively.
That's right.
If you want to email the show, dick pics or not, crimepodcast@gmail.com.
But seriously, if you have like a story that's super interesting,
Yeah,
send
for
it.
sure. Yeah, we've that's how we found some of our best stories, people telling us about them. So please send it our way. And that's been another episode of
Crime! Thanks for listening, guys. We love you.
Bye, Robot.
That's right. Bye, robot.